What excites me today is the changing landscape of urban manufacturing. All around us, we see the remnants of manufacturing's past, from the building that we're in, to the canal right over there, to all the warehouses and factories that have been turned into condos. The skeletons are there, but the jobs and all the products, those are all long gone. Manufacturing does have a place in a city, I think. But the thing is, we need to change both the types of products and the scale of the production. We can't just stick a mustache on something and call it Brooklyn whatever and think that that's going to solve the problem. We need more than that. What I'm looking to do is produce products that are straightforward to produce, but that I can charge a premium price for. Here in the city, we can't do things based on volume. It's too expensive. You can't have a giant factory cranking out tons of cheap stuff. That's not going to work. It's not sustainable. What I've noticed, though, is that products that are successful in this environment do have a number of similar attributes. Our most popular product is our Kentile monogrammed cutting board. There it is, near its eponymous sign. That cutting board there, it is monogrammed via Morse code with thick and thin stripes. You see, you have a dot, 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 the three thin stripes, that's an S, and then a dash, dot for a C. So visually, it's compelling. It's a very handsome cutting board. But there's a meaning, there's a reason, there's a story behind it. It's all about conversation. It's all about connecting people. It's all about bringing people together. And also, Morse code is timeless. Unlike the operating system on your phone, it's not going to be obsolete. It's going to last. There's a lot of meaning packed into that. I'm quite fond of that cutting board. The thing is, though, and here's the deal. Cutting boards like that, it costs me the same to make them monogrammed or not. I'm driving that wedge between price and cost. Strategically, they make sense. And that's what I think makes them compelling. In addition, you can hang it on the wall. It's influenced by its environment. It has all this stuff, but that stuff doesn't really cost me anything additional. And thinking about what actually sort of makes this work makes me think or realize that these are all the products of horizontal and vertical differentiation. And what am I talking about when I say that? Think about the circus, three-ring circus back in the day. How's that doing? Not too well. Kind of smelly, maybe some animal cruelty issues, kind of unsophisticated, not that great. Think about the ballet. Wonderful, important, we should have it, it's great, but it doesn't really make any money. What if we take the circus and sort of twist it around a bit and modify it and create something new, this new hybrid product, and call it Cirque du Soleil? Cirque du Soleil brings in nearly $1 billion in revenue each year. And it's a great example of horizontal and vertical differentiation. We're taking a product, pointing it towards a slightly different target audience, and selling it at a higher price. And I've seen examples of this throughout the city. Some examples, one fellow I know, Joel Buckowitz, his company Cut Brooklyn, located just a few blocks from here. He makes some of the best chef's knives you've ever seen. They're absolutely incredible. They're beautiful, and by buying them, you're buying this piece of craftsmanship. But they're also some of the best knives you could ever get. I mean, performance is key, and for that reason, he has to make them by hand. And he started it here in Brooklyn, and now he's selling these things all over the world, clientele all across the globe. But something like this, it'd be difficult for this to start elsewhere. It was fueled by the city and the interactions that came from that. But people are buying this slightly different sort of knife, this slightly higher quality knife, and it's doing very well. Another example is you have Industry City Distillery down in Sunset Park, and they're making some really great vodka out of sugar beets. And this team of guys, they have a wide and diverse group of interests. They came from, biological engineering and tech and machining and design, all these things. But they've created this really, really fantastic product. And with every version of this, of their vodka, they change the distillation process a bit. They created this whole process themselves. And they change it, they tweak it, they improve it. And sort of the product development cycle, to me, sort of, represents what they as a team brought to it, and also the creative energy of the city. People are buying this product not because it just is tasty, but also because they care about the process and they want to be a part of it, and that's that horizontal and vertical differentiation again. The other thing that I think is sort of neat is that I met the Industry City Distillery guys at a goat roast at Joel's knife shop 2 years ago. And it was a great evening filled with like-minded folks. We had a great time. But the thing that I took from that was that cities matter. Location matters. Cities are these engines of creativity where you have all these like-minded folks who want to come in and make stuff and disrupt the world for the better. That's what's happening here. That's why this is important. Art isn't created in a vacuum. And when I think about that in relation to manufacturing, we need to have the space to do manufacturing. Manufacturing for especially new, interesting, awesome products needs to happen surrounded by other people. You want to cross paths with the right people. You want to have those interactions. That's important. We need the space. So I look around here in Gowanus, there's all sorts of remnants from the past that I would love to see turned into spaces for small-scale manufacturing. And there's a great study at the Pratt Center they found up in the Navy Yard. For every dollar that the city invested, they got $7 of economic output from that facility. It's an economic engine, and I'm looking forward to being part of that sort of engine going forward. Thank you.